The Last Harvest. The Krell invasion fleet materialized above Earth like a swarm of metal locusts, their dreadnoughts blotting out the sun over Kansas. Commander Zekthar stood on the bridge of his flagship, mandibles clicking in satisfaction as he surveyed the agricultural world below. 47 civilizations had fallen before the Krell armada. Earth would be the 48th. Begin atmospheric scans, Zekthar ordered, his 3 eyes gleaming with predatory hunger. Locate their food storage facilities. We feast tonight. The Krell were conquerors, yes, but more than that, they were consumers. Every world they conquered was stripped of its resources, its populations enslaved to farm more, to produce more, until the planet was a husk. Earth's vast farmlands had drawn them like moths to flame. Lieutenant Vexenael approached, his sensor pad glowing. Commander, the humans have responded to our ultimatum. Already? Zekthar's mandibles spread in what passed for a Krell smile. They surrender quickly. Good. Less damage to the infrastructure. Not exactly, sir. Vexenael's carapace paled slightly. They've invited us to negotiate. At a location called Iowa State Fair. Zekthar chittered with amusement. Curious. They wish to beg for mercy in person. He straightened his command harness. Very well. Prepare a landing party. 20 warriors. We'll hear their pathetic pleas before we begin the harvest. The Krell dropship descended through morning clouds, landing in a vast field beside enormous structures the humans called barns. Zekthar emerged, flanked by his warriors, their plasma rifles charged and ready. The air smelled strange, sweet and savory, with undertones of smoke and spices that made his antennae twitch. A human approached, wearing what appeared to be ceremonial denim and a garment labeled Iowa Strong. He was elderly by human standards, his face weathered like old leather, but his eyes held no fear. Welcome to the Iowa State Fair, the human said, extending a hand. Name's Earl. Earl Johnson. I'm the head of the Agricultural Committee. Zekthar ignored the hand. I am Commander Zekthar of the Krell Dominion. You have 1 solar cycle to surrender all food production facilities and submit your population to servitude. These are our terms. There will be no negotiation. Earl nodded slowly, scratching his chin. Well now, that's a problem, Commander. See, we humans got a different tradition when folks show up unexpected. He gestured toward the fairgrounds. We feed them first. Then we talk business. Feed us? Zekthar's mandibles twitched with confusion. You offer tribute. Call it what you want. Earl started walking toward the fair. But around here, we don't discuss nothing on an empty stomach. You came all this way, least we can do is show you some hospitality. Zekthar glanced at his warriors. The Krell had protocols for resistance, for defiance, for combat. But hospitality? This was unprecedented. Still, analyzing the enemy's culture could provide tactical advantages. He gestured for his warriors to follow. The fairgrounds opened before them like nothing Zekthar had ever witnessed. Hundreds of humans milled about between structures offering food, not ration packs or nutrient paste, but real, prepared food. The smells intensified, frying oil, roasting meat, baking dough, caramelizing sugar. Let's start with the basics, Earl said, leading them to a stand. This here's a corn dog. The vendor, a teenage human female with purple hair, handed Zekthar a stick with a golden cylinder impaled on it. He examined it suspiciously with his trifocal vision, scanning for toxins. Clean. He took a tentative bite. The Krell commander froze. The combination of crispy coating, processed meat, and the underlying sweetness of cornmeal triggered every pleasure center in his complex Krell brain. He consumed the rest in 3 bites. Another, he demanded. Earl grinned. Thought you might like that. But hold on, we're just getting started. They moved through the fair like a conquering army through a banquet hall. Funnel cakes dusted with powdered sugar. Deep-fried Oreos that made Vexenael's eyes roll back in his head. Turkey legs the size of Krell forearms. Cheese curds that squeaked against mandibles. Cotton candy that dissolved into pure sweetness. At the pie competition tent, Zekthar discovered Dutch apple pie with ice cream. At the barbecue pavilion, he experienced ribs with 3 different sauce varieties. The beer garden introduced him to craft IPAs and wheat Alesh. His warriors, initially maintaining combat readiness, had slowly lowered their weapons, too busy eating to care about invasion protocols. This, Zekthar said, holding his 7th corn dog, this is what you grow here. This abundance. Earl nodded. This is just what we do for fun, Commander. This is what we make when we're celebrating. You should see what we produce when we're actually trying. Impossible. Zekthar's mandibles trembled. The Krell have conquered 47 worlds. None had anything like this. Well, that's 'cause you probably conquered them before teaching them anything useful. Earl leaned against a fence post. See, Commander, here's the thing about humans and farming, we don't just grow food. We perfect it. We compete over it. We make art out of it. He pointed toward the exhibition halls. Got a pumpkin in there weighs 2,000 pounds. Got a tomato cultivated to taste like sunshine. Got corn so sweet it'll make you weep. The last harvest, conclusion. The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Commander Zekthar concluded his testimony. 3 months had passed since the Iowa State Fair, and the Krell commander stood before representatives of 40 different species, his carapace polished to a ceremonial shine. And so, Zekthar said, his voice transmitted through the chamber's universal translator, the Krell Dominion formally requests admission to the Terran Agricultural Exchange Program. We withdraw all invasion protocols and offer reparations to the 17 worlds we have, previously mismanaged. Ambassador Chen of Earth sat in the human delegation box, trying not to smile. Beside her, Earl Johnson, now appointed Special Agricultural Envoy, chewed on a toothpick and nodded with satisfaction. Council Prime Xyler, a crystalline being from Rigel 7, pulsed with confusion. Let me understand this correctly, Commander. You encountered Earth's military capabilities, analyzed their defensive networks, and chose to abandon conquest because of food? With respect, Council Prime, you oversimplify. Zekthar's mandibles clicked thoughtfully. We encountered something far more powerful than weapons. We encountered a civilization that had mastered abundance. True abundance. He activated a holographic display. Images filled the chamber, the Iowa State Fair, fields of golden wheat stretching to horizons, orbital photographs of Earth's continents painted in agricultural green and gold. For 300 generations, the Krell conquered because we believed resources were finite. We took because we thought there wasn't enough. Every world we stripped, every population we enslaved, we told ourselves it was necessity. Zekthar's 3 eyes dimmed with something that might have been shame. Earth proved us wrong. Earl stood, his boots clomping on the polished council floor. If I may, Council Prime. Xyler pulsed affirmatively. See, here's what the commander learned that day, Earl said, his folksy tone somehow carrying authority in the Grand Chamber. Humans figured out something important about 10,000 years ago. The best way to have more ain't to take from others, it's to grow more yourself. And the best way to grow more is to share what you know. He pulled up his own display, historical images of human agriculture. We started with wild grasses and turned them into wheat. Took us centuries. We found bitter roots and bred them into potatoes that could feed millions. We took scraggly jungle fowl and created chickens that lay eggs year-round. Every step, we shared. Every innovation, we taught. The green revolution of the 20th century, Ambassador Chen added, standing beside Earl. Norman Borlaug's high-yield wheat varieties alone saved over 1 billion lives. We didn't patent them. We didn't weaponize them. We gave them away. Zekthar clicked agreement. This is what we failed to understand. The humans could have hidden their agricultural secrets, used them as leverage, demanded tribute for their knowledge. Instead, they invited us to learn. Well, sure, Earl said, grinning. What good's a recipe if you don't share it? What's the point of growing the best tomatoes in the galaxy if nobody else gets to taste them? A murmur rippled through the council. The Valorian trade minister spoke up, her bioluminescent patches flickering. Earth offers this knowledge freely. Even to former enemies. Especially to former enemies, Chen said. The Krell attempted invasion. 3 months later, we have 70 Krell agricultural students enrolled in Iowa State University. Commander Zekthar himself completed a crash course in sustainable farming practices. I can now identify 47 varieties of heirloom tomatoes by taste alone, Zekthar said with unmistakable pride. And my colony's first harvest of Terran corn exceeded all projections. We have food security for the first time in our history. Earl pulled out a seed packet from his jacket, honest-to-God paper, archaic by galactic standards. This here's Silver Queen corn. Sweetest variety we've got. Each packet's got about 200 seeds. Each seed, grown right, produces a stalk with 2, maybe 3 ears. Each ear's got about 800 kernels. Each kernel can become a new seed. He held it up to the light. That's exponential growth, folks. That's abundance. And I got 10,000 of these packets on our shuttle, ready to distribute to any world that wants them. Free of charge. The Valorian minister's patches flashed bright green. Free. Well, not exactly free, Earl admitted. We're gonna ask for something in return. The chamber tensed. Here it was, the human trick, the hidden cost. Earl's weathered face split into a grin. We want you to teach us what you know. See, I bet you folks got crops we've never heard of. Growing techniques we ain't considered. Flavors we can't even imagine. So we share ours, you share yours, and everybody eats better. Xyler pulsed, the crystalline equivalent of laughter. This is the human strategy. Mutual abundance. It's not strategy, Council Prime, Ambassador Chen said softly. It's philosophy. We learned the hard way that zero-sum thinking leads to zero-sum outcomes. But positive-sum thinking? She gestured to Zekthar. That turns invaders into partners. That turns conflicts into collaborations. The Council voted unanimously to establish the Galactic Agricultural Cooperative, with Earth as the founding member and Earl Johnson as the first director. The Krell were admitted as the second member, their warrior fleets repurposed into seed distribution vessels. 6 months later, Zekthar stood in what had once been a barren military staging ground on the Krell homeworld. Now, rows of Terran corn stretched toward the horizon, interspersed with Valorian sky beans and Andromedan purple wheat. Krell farmers, former warriors, tended the crops with the same intensity they'd once applied to conquest. Earl walked the rows beside him, running his hand over the corn silk. Looking good, Commander. Real good. You've got a knack for this. I was bred for domination, Zekthar said quietly. Engineered for warfare. It is strange to find purpose in cultivation instead of destruction. Not so strange, Earl said. Growing things is its own kind of power. Maybe the best kind. Can't shoot nobody with a tomato, but you sure can feed M. Zekthar's mandibles clicked with amusement. Actually, Terran tomatoes can be launched at considerable velocity. My colony's youth have discovered this recreationally. Earl laughed, the sound carrying across the fields. Food fights. Well, hell, Commander, I'd say you're well on your way to becoming human after all. In orbit above, the Krell flagship hung in space, its weapon systems decommissioned and cargo holds filled with seed banks instead of ammunition. On its hull, newly painted in both Krell glyphs and English letters, a message declared its new purpose, KSS Harvest, Agricultural Research and Distribution Vessel. The last invasion fleet had become the first peace fleet. And across the galaxy, on 47 worlds that had once been conquered and stripped bare, green shoots began to emerge from soil that the Krell were learning to heal instead of harvest. The former empire of consumption was becoming a federation of cultivation. It had started with a corn dog at a state fair. It would end with a galaxy that never went hungry again. Earl Johnson stood in the alien field, watching the sunset paint the Krell sky in shades of purple and gold, and smiled. Some folks conquered with guns. Some with technology. But humans? Humans conquered with casseroles, potlucks, and the simple revolutionary act of sharing a meal. And in the end, that proved more powerful than any weapon the universe had ever seen.